Telephone on courtesy. Yes, we're good to go. Okay. So chakra 2, Swadhisthana. The translation from Sanskrit to English of this chakra is one's own place. However you want to take that. One's own place. The energy is regulated by the water element. It also regulates guilt, which is different from shame. Guilt is when you get hung up on, oh my gosh, I did something so wrong. Whereas shame is like, I am something so wrong. So shame is more of a self-identity thing, identification or identity crisis, whereas guilt is a crisis of action. What have I done versus what am I? The sound for this chakra is bum, bum. And if you make the sound bum, notice the mechanics of the mouth, what has to happen to create that sound. Bum. You have to access a little bit of pressure and sound to the very center of your bottom lip. So last week, chakra 1, we looked at cranial sacral, relax the jaw, which gets into the pelvic floor region, engage the inner thighs, which pulls up that energy. This week, it's relaxing the very middle of your bottom lip while you relax the jaw so we can unhinge the pelvis, the lumbar spine, and the hips. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start by coming down to the floor. I have my yoga block at the top of my mat. There's a lot of ways to get down to the floor. In yoga, we say mini path, one destination. All right, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive. I'm placing both hands on the block, making sure that I'm pressing straight down with the joints stacked, not pushing ahead onto the block. From here, bend the knees deep, flip your hips back a little bit, or tuck your tailbone under a little bit, like squatty potty. That's right, you heard me. Tuck your tailbone under. Everybody knows what a squatty potty is. Slide your foot back, slowly bend that back knee and come down. All of these very technical anatomical cues, and all we have to say is, be like a dog, do the squatty potty. We get it, right? So come around with the knees, take the block off to the side, and let's scoot towards the front of our mat. We're beginning with a seated cat and cow. I'm looking up, folding the back of the mat to create a large cushion for the hips. A large cushion for the hips. You can use a blanket, a pillow, anything at all. I'm not creating a perch. So I'm not on the end, like sometimes I say come to the end so you get a flip in your hips. I'm seated directly atop the cushion. From here, notice where you want the legs to be. We're bending the knees and they can be really close together. If you keep your legs closer together, chances are it's going to push more on your stomach, which can help to flush out cortisol and other stress hormones that contribute to visceral fat and also can contribute to unstable estrogen production. From here, you could also take your feet out wide. You could even take them off of your yoga mat. When we open the legs wide, we're able to create space for the ribs and the stomach to move into the frame of the body, and there's no compression on your belly here. So remember, you can change your mind at any time. Just pick a position and let's start breathing. Take the hands outside the thighs or behind the knees. We're coming forward, so either your belly is pushing on your legs or ribs between the thighs. Lift your toes, smile, lift your eyebrows. Inhale, lift your heart, lift the chin and look up towards the sky. Exhale, pull the stomach in, drop the chin, round the spine, and maybe straighten the arms. Keep pulling the toes up to stabilize the kneecaps. Let's come forward. Inhale, lift through the heart, lift the chin, lift the head, shift the eyes up as far as possible. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, come forward, lifting, seated cow. Exhale, take it back.
seated cat. Add in a strong breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. Let's try a stronger breath with this, known as Basrika. Lift up through your heart. Exhale, it looks like this. Inhale forward. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Inhale forward. 1, 2, 3. Last one. And back. Come forward. Inhale. Let's take our feet in. Cross any way that feels fairly comfortable to your body. Stabilizing through the hips. Take the hands over to the left side of the body. Maybe even push your hands flat down onto the floor. Press your right hip down. If you're having a T-Rex day, because you're cute and petite, you can always take your block and use your block so that you're able to apply pressure into the block. So it does feel different if you can put your right hand on the floor or on the block, because as we press down, you're going to get that equal and opposite reaction from energy, right? It's going to press your right hip down and push into your right hand. From here, inhale, come up, maybe bring your block with you. Take it to the other side. Press down into the left hand, pressing the left hip down. We're opening up this line of energy that spirals around from your low back and loop around your pelvis. Take the block up again. Inhale. Bring it around to the other side. Push into the right hand. Press the right hip down into the floor. Now hold it here and try to find the breath under the right shoulder blade. So as you inhale, maybe even push your right rib cage out a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, pull up through that right rib cage and down. Hopefully we're getting under the ribs and under the shoulder blade, down into the fascia. Fascia is the word of the decade for fitness. Fascia, fascia, fascia. Instead of martial arts. Hopefully we're getting down to the liver. Big inhale. Why do we want to get to the liver? Because usually when we're dealing with guilt, there's a little bit of self-anger also. And the liver is an organ that can hold a lot of anger. Big inhale and exhale. When you're ready, grab that block, bring it up. Let's take it to the other side. Opening up the left side of the body. What does the left side hold? Food. It holds food. Push your left hip down. Breathe under your left shoulder blade. Push your rib out. So the left side of the body, in all honesty, is known as the feminine line of energy. So if you have guilt, and it tends to manifest in your low back or pelvis on the left side, then usually it's guilty about, maybe it's ourselves being feminine, creatures, but it could be something guilty, something we did or we think we did wrong to another female. Interesting, right? Think about your mom, Sigmund Freud, all that good stuff. Or don't think about that. We're in yoga. Inhale, come up. Don't think about it. Just breathe through it. All right, from here, take the feet up. Bring the block in between the knees and thighs. Let's scoot to the edge of that perch. Thumbs are just past the hips. Let's lift our toes. Extend through the left leg. Only come up as high as it wants to go. Take a look at the foot and rotate it in. Hold it right there. On the count of 3, act surprise. 1, 2, 3. Good. Stay lifted as you rotate in. And now slowly set the foot down. Keep the toes lifted. Inhale, extension of the right leg. Take a look at the foot. If it's out, rotate it in. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Stay lifted through the heart. Slowly bring it down. Let's activate some core here. Press the toes in towards each other. 1, 2, 3, inhale. And lift both feet. Let's jump in today with both. And remember to smile about it. Everyone. That'd be nice. From here, bring your feet down. Take the block off to one side. Walk the hands back a little more, or even come down onto the elbows. Let's get that energy a little loose in the hips. You can relax your feet at this point. If you want, walk the feet in a little more, as we are going to be manipulating some muscles in the hips. If you bring your feet in close, less tension in the back. Exhale, knees to one side. Let your body pick. I did not cue left and right on purpose to see what your body would pick, right? It's important to let your body lead sometimes. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Option to close the eyes. Vision is magnificent. Y'all heard me say this so many times. Vision is a beautiful gift. It could be a big distraction though. It could distract us from being able to notice different subtle physical sensations in the body. And those subtle sensations, that is how the body speaks. So listening for the body, tuning into its own language. We also call it its organic intelligence. Notice if the body wants to stay on the left or the right. Go ahead and move towards one direction, left or right. From wherever you are, push away from the floor so that you can come around to all fours. If the back of your mat is booked, go ahead and unfold it, and then come around to center. We're not staying here very long. Let's take the block between the knees and the thighs. See that the ankles are directly behind the knees. Knees and ankles are the same distance apart. What's common for most women is our toes or feet will be more narrow. So look back and maybe separate the feet just a little bit. You can stay on a flat 5-pointed star. You could make a fist with your thumbs forward, fist for wrist, or we could even come down onto the elbows for a traditional cat and cow. Listen to your body. And remember, you can change your mind anytime. As you inhale, flip the hips back, drop the belly, press down into the floor, and lift the chin. Lift it just enough so that there's not a lot of compression in the neck. How do you know there's too much compression? It's actually pretty easy. If you take your 3 middle fingers, and if you put your fingers at the base of your neck, if you feel that it's compressing or crunching those fingers, the head is too high. So you only come up far enough where there is space for those 3 fingers. When you're ready, exhale, pull the tailbone down, round the spine, and drop the head. Inhale, flip the hips back, lengthen through the spine, small lift of the chin. Exhale, round through the spine. One more, inhale. And exhale. And hopefully this feels fairly comfortable or passive to the body. From wherever you are, take the block away and place it up at the top of your mat in the most upright position. From here, if you're on your elbows, you can take the hands apart and press the palms down into the floor. This will help with that pronator muscle, the Miss America muscle that we work in here. If you would, look ahead just a little bit for a moment so that you're able to see me. Tuck your left toe under and lift your knee like a little donkey kick. On the next exhale, we're pointing the toe and doing a strong contraction with Vastrika. Big inhale, exhale, pointed toe. Inhale, sweep it back, push up, pointed toe. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, pointed toe. Last one, pointed toe, bent knee, and exhale. Set the knee down, touch the toes, open the knees wide, and start to push the hips back towards the heels. Wide-kneed child's pose, also known as Balasana. Balasana. Let's all take in a big breath together. Exhale. Okay, we're all going to say it together on the count of 3. It's Balasana. Big inhale. 1, 2, 3. Lots of ahs in that one. Lots of ahs for a reason. Your yoga teacher says you can do this pose anytime you feel stressed, even if you're in line at Target. Just drop down to the floor. I promise everyone will make space for you. Let's slowly come forward. Bring the knees into that original position under the hips again. Feet are the same distance apart. Maybe come down to the elbows, hands down to the floor. Tucking the right toe under this time. Push up, donkey kick. Sometimes this is also called a sunbird. Point the toe, inhale. Strong exhale. Inhale, slow. Exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Slowly let the knee come down. Walk the hands in. We have that block at the top of the mat so that we're able to put the hands forward, shift, making sure we're not pushing forward, but straight down. Tuck both toes. Take one leg forward. It can be a little out to the side. If your leg is out to the side, shift a little towards that leg. Lift the back knee, step forward, and then come up to standing. And woo, we made it. Okay. Block between the knees. Moving into a chair flow. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, sweep it around. Palms up, sitting back to chair. Inhale, press straight up overhead. Option to lift your heels. Utthita Tadasana. Extending mountain. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Let the hands hang loose. Hang like a rag doll. Drop your head. Shake it yes. And turn it left and right. Slide the hands up onto the shins or up onto the thighs. If you're looking for the safest place, really showing your spine and back some TLC, the safest place is hands on the thighs. Inhale, come halfway up. Head, heart, and hips parallel to the floor. From this position, arms extend back, palms down, airplane, 1, 2, 3, inhale. And then exhale, palms to the heart. Let's move through that flow a couple more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep it back and around. Palms come up, hips go back. Imagine you're moving in water, like one of those synchronized swimmers. Inhale, come up. Utthita Tadasana. Shift forward and float. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive. Hang loose. Shake the head out. Shake it yes. Turn it left and right. Stick your tongue out. Slide the hands to the shins or the thighs, pressing at least halfway up. You could always come up more. Arms extend back. Airplane. Reverse swan dive. Inhale, come up. Exhale, press the palms down to your heart. One more time through. Inhale up. Exhale, chair position. Utthita, which is not chair, it's fierce pose. Inhale, press up. Exhale, swan dive. Hang loose. Shake the head yes. Turn it left and right. Slide the hands up to the shins. Straighten your arms. Remember cow pose. Lift the hips back and lengthen through the heart. Hands onto the thighs. Straighten the arms again. Easing into that low back strengthener. Arms extend back. Palms facing down. Make sure they're coming out from your hip joint. I know some of you are like, ah! The new pose. Okay, bring them down. You're really ambitious today. I like it. Inhale, palms up. Come all the way up. Let's hold it here. Exhale. Inhale, Utthita Tadasana. Relax your jaw. Carry. Shift, lift. Relax. And let the hands come down. Take the block to the top of the mat. For the next sequence, I'm going to face forward. I'm going to turn away. I'm going to keep going back and forth. That way I can properly cue the left and right.
Okay, it's more for visual learning than anything else. So let's start with keeping your block at the top of the mat. Back to the second one. Okay, so stepping our left foot back, a casual stride. Let's find a short stance warrior one. Both toes are facing forward, keeping a healthy bend in your right knee. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. From here, circle your right arm back and around 3 times. Inhale up, exhale back and around. Inhale up, exhale, last one. Inhale up, exhale. Bring the arm up and hold it. Circle the right arm, left arm back. Slowly take it back. Not as much rotation on the left. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up, hold it here. On the exhale back, turn your left heel in and lower the hands to shoulder height. Warrior 2 position. Let's look over the right fingertips. Turn the palms up, bend the elbows. Let's see that the inner elbow, the inside of the arm, stays visible while we rotate the palms in. We just practiced this. When we were on the floor, some of us were like this. We separated our hands and we turned the palms down. So we already practiced this movement. From here, extend. Turn your right palm up. Take the left hand to the low back. Reach straight up with the right arm. Keep bending your right knee. If there's any energy, any physical blockage or stress locked around your liver, where it's tempting to open that traffic jam, so to speak. As you inhale, breathe into the upper right lung and lift your right shoulder without moving your right leg or knee. Keep lunging forward into that right knee. Sometimes there's a lot of tightness that gets stuck on the inside of your right thigh. It wraps around your pelvis, that water energy, and then it goes into your middle back. So we're trying to unlock it. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, you can look over the left shoulder. You could look in alignment with your sternum, or you can look up. No matter where you go with that head and neck, the most important thing is to continue to bend that right knee and open through the right side of the body. Big inhale, bigger exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, right hand onto the right thigh. Fingertips are facing the left side of your body. Take the left arm up and straight out from your shoulder. If you want, bring it up like you're holding on to 1,000 helium balloons. Inhale, lift the left armpit and open the left side of the body. So the lines on this are not going to be very structured, so to speak. It doesn't have to be a straight line with the spine. We're encouraging a soft curve. It might almost feel like a passive right side bend. Inhale, lift the left arm again. Exhale, hopefully we're pulling that rib up towards the side, push down into the left foot, opening the left side. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down to the hip or low back. Push off that right leg, swivel your right toe in. We're moving into a standing straddle. For this standing straddle split, today let's encourage a little bit of lymphatic drainage off of the leg and off of the pelvis. From here, take your hands. So if you have your hands like this, you're going to take them so that your fingers are at the crease of the pelvis and groin, and your thumbs are on the side of the hip or the side of the thigh. You're going to squeeze and pull them back. And now bend your knees a little bit. Inhale, exhale, keep pulling back and come down into a forward fold with that straddle stance.
At some point, release the hands, put them either on your leg, anywhere but the knee joint. We don't want any pressure on the knee, or let the hands come down to the floor. At any time, if your body feels like, intuitively, like you want to take the feet out wider, you can always inch the feet out as wide as you want. Some of you might even be able to put the crown of your head down on the floor. Remember to smile and breathe. Maybe close the eyes. Let the weight fall back into your heels, but keep dropping your head forward. Inhale, big exhale. Keep pressing into the inside and outside of the feet. One more, inhale, big exhale. To stay free, come out, press into the floor, start to lift the head just a little bit. Let's inch the feet in toward each other. Walk the hands up to the shins first and straighten the arms. Flat back. Remember cow pose. Walk the hands up to the side. Lift your hips back. Start to straighten the arms. And now slowly come up. Keeping our blood pressure happy. Shake it off. Let's step to the top of our mat. Inhaling, arms up and overhead. Sliding the right foot back this time. Very short stride. Both toes are forward. It's as if you're on a couple of 2x4s. And you don't want to take that back leg and walk with your foot sideways on the 2x4. That's a warrior 2 position. We're right here with it. Keep bending that left knee. Take both arms up and overhead. Left arm goes back. The rotation is a little bigger when we take that left arm back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up and hold. Okay, when we open the right, not as big of a rotation. Take it back. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. This time, turn the right heel in. Exhale back. And find warrior 2 position. If you have a shorter stance, chances are we won't have to reposition the left leg so much. Find that your left foot is lined up with the left heel at the right arch of the foot. Heel to arch alignment. Turn the palms up and bend the elbows. Keep the insides of the arms visible. Rotate the palms in. It's the Miss America. Or yesterday was Mardi Gras. It's the Mardi Gras parade wave. Okay. Give me some beads. Please. Never done that. All right. Turn the left palm up. Keep bending the left knee. Think about keeping from your waist down, solid, connected to the earth, like you have on lead pants. Oh, that's a good one. All right. Inhale, lift the left arm up without moving the lower body. Lower the right arm down or to your low back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, relax. Keep reaching straight up and keep bending the left knee. The more we stretch and extend and strengthen the left side of the spine, the more the body will experience this passive little contraction on your liver. Think about this movement as squeezing your liver, like a little sponge. You're going to squeeze all the toxins out, or maybe not toxins, maybe it's just an iron reserve. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand onto the left thigh. Fingers are facing towards the right. Let's take the right arm up, straight up again. Imagine you're trying to wave towards me. The position of the hand is waving towards me. And the hand is rotating a little bit, screwing in a light bulb. Inhale, reach. Exhale, relax. Pull out from the rib. So it creates a soft passive contraction now. It's squeezing the left. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, we could look down. We could look in alignment with the sternum and collarbones. We could look straight up at the right hand. One more big inhale. Exhale, right hand to the waist. Push off of the left leg. Lift the left toe and swivel it in for standing straddle. If we keep a more narrow stride, it's safer for the back. It's safer for the body. I like to start narrow, and then you can always take it out. Let's move into that lymphatic drainage adjustment. Hands onto the tops of the thighs, little bend in the knees, grab onto the inner thigh and pull it back. And start to slowly come forward, flip the tailbone back, drop the head, maybe hands stay on the thighs, hands can go to the shins. We have our yoga block just off to the front of the mat. We can always bring our yoga block into it, put our hands on the block. Noticing if our body wants to get lower to the floor, we can always take the toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out, just 1 inch at a time, inching our way out into a larger straddle, and then maybe letting the head come down. The head could touch the block. The head might touch the floor. Push the weight back into your heels and let the weight hang loose forward like a rag doll. I see you. Imagine you're like a toddler. Think about when little babies do this. How happy and playful they are, and just hanging out, right? Couple more big exhales here. If you notice that your body does not feel comfortable here, please don't stay. Especially this time of year where a lot of us deal with sinus drainage and, just pressure from the weather changing. You don't have to stay here. To safely come out of the pose, press into the floor. Let's slowly inch our feet in if we have the leg in a wide straddle. To safely come up, hands to the shins first. Straighten the arms. Remember cow pose. Press the hips back. Pull up through your heart to look forward. Pull up with the spine. Pull your ribs forward. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Now walk the hands to the thighs. Straighten the arms. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, surprise. And now slowly come up. Standing tall, shoulders back, and shake it off. Ooh, yes. What do y'all think? Pretty good? All right, so we have our block close by. From here, keep the knees soft. If we want, we can use the block to put our right foot on top of it. If you know that your low back, your sciatic nerve, SI joint, if your doctor's ever said to you L, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, S1, if you've ever heard those letters and number combinations, any of that, put the ball of your foot on the block. So important. Nerves there connect to those nerves in your low back. As an alternative to feeling kind of like, I don't know, adventurous, okay? You are more than welcome to lift that foot up. Here's your chance, Margaret, karate chop it. We were just joking about it earlier, but now you can. You really wanted to. Other options here. Not using yoga straps for this, but if you wanted to, bring your hands down underneath your thigh. You could even lace the fingers under your leg to secure the thigh. Once you do this, notice if your hip is coming up. Push your right hip down because it might get a little scared. Big inhale. Stay bright-eyed and slowly float with your leg. Good float. Don't force it. Take it down. Anatomically, we have all the strength and all the mobility to do this. What ultimately interferes with this process is fear. Interfere. Amazing. I just made that connection. You know, fear is the word interfere. Lift the toe. No fear. Big inhale. Float. Come back down. Okay. Relax. Stand tall. Option to keep the leg in the position so the body feels what it's like to be lifted with the leg. And then at some point, you can push the block away and notice what it's like there. The body already knows the position. It's just not receiving sensory information to the ball of the foot. When you're ready, slowly take it down. Ooh, step onto both feet. Let your body pendulate. You can kind of shift, sway. Be like a weeble. You remember the weeble people? So nice. So awesome. Let's do the other side. The distance away from the block can also make a difference. I'm attempting to create an alignment in my body where I have almost a 90-degree angle in my knee. If I step back, what happens is I lose the angle in the knee. It's also going to stretch my leg and it's going to stretch my low back. So it can pull my spine out of alignment. As I get closer to the block, it does require more knee mobility, flexibility, but less pulling on the back. So you can play with the range of motion with it. Let's soften the standing leg. Take a moment, tune into the feeling in the right foot. We call it Pada Bandha, the foot lock, connecting to the earth. Pull the muscles up in the pelvic floor. 1, 2, 3. Mula Bandha, root lock. Bring your navel in and up. 1, 2, 3, surprise. Uddiyana Bandha, belly lock. Chin down enough so an egg can roll off your head. Jalandhara Bandha, throat lock. If you want, think about lifting the knee off the block without bending down to touch the leg. Not yet. We're experimenting with strengthening the inner hip flexor, which, is a muscle that can get very tight from sitting, and yet it's not strong. So the muscle will clench, but it doesn't have neurological communication. Your brain is not. So it can get strong, but neurologically, it needs to be worked on. Now, if you want, put the foot down, bend the left knee, right knee, flip your hips back. Very important to flip the hips back. Take the hands under the leg. So flipping those hips back, we open up that element of water, the second chakra, so that we can begin to have more buoyancy. Think less about pulling on the leg. Imagine your leg is like one big floaty, like a flotation device. Inhale, float. Or imagine like 100 balloons tied to your leg, pulling you up. Don't forget to breathe. Touch down. Inhale, try it again. If it feels very challenging at first, keep in mind that it's a new pattern of movement. So the body is having to create, a brand new neurological pathway sometimes. It's having to repave a new road through a jungle of neurons. When you're ready, foot down, standing tall, lift the toe, and maybe kick the block away.
Breathe into your heart. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Most women, you're probably gonna peel up the inside arch of your foot because we're generally stronger out this way. So you're gonna wanna focus on pressing more, rolling in to the inside of that right foot. When you're ready, both feet down. Give the body the sense of being fully supported. Pada Bandha. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, swan dive. One more. Inhale, clear the aura. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Bring it up and then relax your hands. All right, let's do breath of joy. So for breath of joy, it's, and if you want, take it wider. You can do a nice big squat. Okay, squatty potty. Okay, first 4, slow. Ready? Front, side, up, front, side, up. Again, front, side, up. Little faster. Front, side, up. Inhale, side, up. One more. Come up, get your stance. We're gonna go as fast as we can. 4 of them. It looks like squatting bees. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Good luck. Okay. Let's make sure we have our blocks. Come down to the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Making our way down. Stepping one foot back, bending both knees. Other leg back. Come on to one hip. Let's lie down on our side. And then roll over onto the back. If you want, hug your knees into the chest. Take the legs straight up towards the sky. Feet are flat. Take the legs out wide. We did this pose already today. Standing straddle. So standing straddle, scoop spine. Bring the hands around the sides of your thighs and start bending the knees towards the shoulders. Coming into happy baby pose. Imagine the breath can approach the body through the hips and pelvis. Maybe even heel the tailbone away from the floor a little bit. Inhale, rock the tailbone down to the floor. So it's a little bit of that cat and cow movement from lying on our back. You can even inhale, heel the tailbone up, round the low back. Inhale, knees rocking in towards your shoulders. Exhale, let the legs and the pelvis relax. One more. Inhale, pull the tailbone up, and then exhale, relax. From here, let's bring the feet in close, straighten the legs, point and flex the ankles. Now, before we go into a lot of feet movement, let's take a moment to experiment. If you want, put your feet down on the floor, lift the hips for bridge. From bridge, we can take our yoga block from beside us. In the lowest position, slide it underneath the sacrum, completely supporting that triangular shaped bone in the buttocks region. Hold on to the block, lift your heels, and now lift the legs away from the floor. With or without that block, point and flex the feet. Roll out your ankles. Try doing egg beaters with the ankles. That can be really challenging. So it could be like left foot clockwise, right foot counterclockwise. and then reverse it. Come to a still point, point and flex the feet again, taking that ankle joint to a more familiar and natural movement. And now push through the heels as hard as you can, as if you're trying to stand on the ceiling, pulling the toes down towards your hips and belly. Bend the knees, point the toes, hold on to your yoga block, and start to pull the knees close to your chest. Either hold it there or extend the legs behind you so that your feet are almost back into a plow position. Keep pressing hard through the heels. Knees are stable, hips are really active here. Bend the knees. And now slowly bring the knees back to the hips and feet to the floor. Let's press into our feet, slide the block away from your back. And let those knees sway left and right. Loosening up any energy that might have gotten really locked with active pressure into the block. Let the body stay on one side and breathe 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale, knee, center, exhale, twist. Hold on the other side. Notice the very middle of the bottom lip, softening that specific spot that ultimately may help us to soften the energy of the second chakra, Swadhisthana. Slowly bring the knees to center. And from here, positioning the body so that we're able to come into a final relaxation position. We'll be here about 3 minutes, embracing a bit of stillness, remembering that we can move at any time. On every inhale, using an inner voice, remembering the sound of lung. And on the exhale, continue to relax the middle of the bottom lip with an inner voice, hearing the sound of bum. Listen for that inner voice. Once upon a time, we were not aware of that inner voice. Once upon a time, there was no language programmed into the brain. There was no dialogue to distract us from feeling. There were just sounds, just a store of sound. Let's bring our bodies into that place again so that we're able to hopefully revisit the foundation of a healthy nervous system. Inhaling lung, exhaling bum, only hearing it.
affirmations used to work with this energy are, it is safe to feel. I am safe to feel. I am open to learn from my emotions. And in particular for chakra 2, unlocking the energy of guilt. What it is to feel guilty. Allowing ourselves to feel that. What is feel guilty? No such thing as a good or bad emotion. All part of being human. Can we let that go? Instead of feeling guilt, feeling creative. Guilt is stifling. Opposite, creativity. Shaping our affirmation into I create. And then personalizing that. I am open to create a new way of thinking, a new routine, a new daily habit. Breathe in lung, breathe out bum. Deepen the breath, allowing the inhalation to inspire movement anywhere in the body. Maybe the toes, maybe the fingers. Take our time to eventually come up seated, rolling to one side, a couple breaths lying on one side. Stabilize blood pressure, let the spine line up. And then slowly bring your way up. Let's lace the fingers together and touch the tips of the thumb, like you're making a little like basket to hold water. Oh, basket with a hole in it. There you go. This is known as Dhyana Mudra. It is to affect acupressure points in the body, helping us to focus. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine, let the hands rest low by the pelvis. Chin is relaxed, shoulders are back and down. With your eyes closed, imagine you can see with the third eye. So we're gazing, there's an energy that pulls to the center brow. And then it is laser focused from the center brow down towards the floor in front of our yoga mat. Without opening our eyes, using insight. Inhale, draw the breath up into your midbrain. Exhale, let it push out from the midbrow down to that focal point. Using the breath to clear out the mind space. It is March. It is time for spring cleaning. More than just spring cleaning closets and kitchen drawers. Spring clean, Shaucha, purify your lifestyle, purify your routine. We're moving into a new season. Big inhale, midbrain. Exhale from the center brow. And smile. When you're ready, open the eyes. palms to the chest, Anjali Mudra. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Namaste. It's March, it's spring cleaning. Today is also Ash Wednesday. So for those of you who are practicing, congratulations. We'll get your cross. There's a joke for single women. They say for all the single women out there looking for a good man, today's your day. Jesus is gonna mark them for you. Oh, I thought that was super cute. So Ash Wednesday, for Catholics, oftentimes when I was growing up, I really dreaded Ash Wednesday because for so many years it's about what do you need to give up. And we would give up stuff like chocolate or sweets, ice cream, right? Coffee. And then when we transitioned into the Wesleyan and Methodist faith, it became not what do you give up, but what could you take on, like to better yourself. And it's naturally how when you take on a good habit, the bad ones just go on their own. So if you would just consider taking on something good for yourself, maybe just drink an extra glass of water. Let's start there. Start getting more hydrated. The weather is going to warm up, right? Don't stop the cookies and chocolate. How about you don't do that? How about you just drink more water? There you go. Right? Y'all have a great day. Next week is chakra 3. Manipura, color, yellow, gold. Next week, yellow and gold, everyone. Manipura. Next week, chakra 3. Y'all know what that means, right? Core work. It's going to be hard.